Okay. Okay. Let's see if that's volume is good or not. Off to a great start. Whoopah! Hello! Wonderful start. Hello, everyone. Welcome to 2021. We made it. Somehow. It is the end of the month. It's not actually the end of the month. It is the beginning of the month. But I have taken the last 2 weeks off for the holidays. So I haven't been working, which means I haven't done any streams. I haven't done my... I haven't worked on my video, but it's coming out soon. But it also means that I do my end of the month hangout now, because it's the holidays are over and it's back to work. So here we are. First of all, hello. I hope you're having a good Sunday. Second of all, there is a tiny bastard in my room who I cannot evict for reasons that I can't get into right now. So if you hear a lot of like scratching noises or biting noises or fighting noises, it is because of the tiny bastard who is currently vibing on my bed after having played with her toy. It is a cat. Just for all, so that you all know, it's a tiny cat. She is sleeping and she is perfect. Okay. Volume is good. Nice. Nice. Third of all, you may have noticed there are some news. You may have noticed that there was some news. First of all, yes, I didn't make a video for December, but I have a video that's gonna come out in less than a week that I hope that you're gonna like very much, and that is gonna be like December's video. I have another video that's scheduled to come out at the end of the month, which would be in 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. So video content will go as usual. It's just that the holidays. I didn't want to work on Christmas. Sue me. But you may have also noticed that there is more content because I have made, along with a friend, I have made a podcast called Leech Fest. So if you want to listen to that thing, you can. It's completely disconnected from my usual content, and I won't talk about it much on this stream because this stream is about my YouTube stuff, and like this is my thing, mine. But if you want, I am the co-host of a podcast where we talk about medical history. It's very good. We have 1 episode that's out. Yes. So that's been in the news basically. And that's basically what's been happening. Other than that, it's mostly just business as usual. I'm making my video. I hope that let's say I recently put my last camera for sale because I have an upgrade. So I'm hoping that you're gonna like my next video, because for 2021 I have maybe not a new style of like I make my own videos. It's my videos. Okay, I edit them and I shoot them and I write them. So there's still gonna be Mia Mulder tier content, which I assume is somewhere between better than nothing, decently okay. But I do have a bit of a technical upgrade, which means you are going to be able to see my videos. Maybe not this one, because I'm not going to be able to edit in that, but maybe the one for January in the end, in quality as high as 6K, and with a camera that actually does it, that actually captures fucking light. because what's it called? It's a good camera, what can I say? You can find the podcast on rss.com. For some reason, I can't approve the message with a link in it, so I'm sorry, Raluca. But we are working on getting the podcast to iTunes and for Google Podcasts. That should come out during the week. And if there are any new people here, which there might be, my last video was fairly successful compared to what I usually do, so I have a fair new amount of fans. If the way this works is, I hang out for like an hour or so. We just hang out for a bit. It's great. I should say also that if you're interested in watching my next video early, if you're a $20 patron or more, you should have access to that on the 7th. Visible pores, yes. Okay, but because there are no rules and because I can do basically whatever I want during these Hangout streams, the way I'm going to do it is, I'm gonna answer some questions if you have any. I'm gonna talk some shit. We're gonna recap the month that has been, maybe the year that has been, and looking forward to what is gonna happen in the month ahead. So maybe we'll do the year ahead. I'm not gonna do the whole thing where I like go and look through my old videos to see what I liked and what I didn't like. I'm not gonna do that. But let's do a bit of a recap actually, if we can. I'm not gonna go through again. I'm not gonna go through every video, but maybe we can go through like some things if I can get it to work. Maybe this is something. Okay, we're doing some kind of progress. Okay, good. Okay, let's see if I can do the technicals. And very quickly, we're just gonna do wabum thing. Let's look at some older videos. I did make it to 35,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I'm very happy about that. But let's do a quick recap. What was my first video of the year? It's one of these ones, I think. Is it atheism and religion, perhaps? No, that's December. So it's my video on science. The year started off freaking awfully because long-time fans of the channel will remember that I had to deal with... I was living in my old apartment and I had to deal with constant, incessant drilling. Constantly. Like, people were doing construction level drilling. Not even construction level drilling, like drilling in terms of like concrete boring for some reason. I don't know why they did this. I don't know why they demanded to do this. And they did it every single day from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every single day. And that happened from around, let's see if you can spot it, from around here to here. Because these videos, you can see like a drop in viewership because I had to make every single video at night and I couldn't work during the day and I couldn't sleep. Anything. It was awful. I'm slowly working my way back up, except for this video, which is garbage. Anyway, so I made, let's see, science. let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I made 9 videos last year? Damn, I should make 12. I apologize. I'm doing my best. So, okay, first of all, could have made more videos. That's on me. Second of all, I think, you know, the channel did fairly well. Most videos, you know, did okay. I've managed to survive. Obviously, the highlight of this year has been the trans videos. Everything else has sort of been okay-ish. I did a more proper history video about Machiavelli and voting in power, which didn't go very well at all. But, you know, I can't complain. So, like, the year has been okay. How's that? The year has been okay in terms of the channel. So, you know, I gotta be happy with that. I've been managed to pay rent. I managed to pay tax. That's all that frickin' matters, baby. Let's see what chat is saying. I'm gonna do a little chat check before we start talking about the year that has been. So yeah, quick recap of the year. Been okay. You can tell that I've, you know, I've gotten sponsors in the last year. My channel has sort of established itself as being a bit more okay. I've moved to a better place. That happened this year. Last year. I moved to a bigger apartment, which means it got bigger. My, what's it called? My video quality has been going up and down a little bit. That's because I've been like dealing with the camera. Which hasn't worked out that well, but I'm putting it on sale, so that should be good. Okay. Mukbang, no. Lovely accent, thank you, it's Swedish. Did you miss anything in the first 2 minutes? No, you did not. Little ankle biter. It's very much a little ankle biter, aren't ya? She's awake now. Last day of holiday today. It's day after New Year's Day is observed. Oh, do you want to say hi? Little bastard. Do you want to stand? Okay. It was my own choice to keep the bastard. It's true. I fought to keep this bastard. All returned into a bastard. Yes. Can we see her? You just did. Hola from Mexico. I've been to Mexico once and had a great time. Just listen to the podcast. Hope you find the outro phase. Yeah, we hope we find one too. Really like Leech Fest. Thank you. 6K, holy shit, I know. You can thank not me for that. I've been very lucky to get that camera upgrade. Mia, you're wonderful. Thank you. What does 6K even mean? My YouTube freezes all the time, even at 720p. 6K means that my computer is going to start singing whenever I try to edit with it, which is why I'm not actually gonna use 6K from a resolution, because like it doesn't matter. But the point is that the camera is actually good enough to do that, and it can capture. It's better with color. It's just a better camera, is what I'm saying. My video is gonna look nicer, even in 720p. Did I actually remember to take time off work and rest it? I did. It's true. It's a miracle. I actually took time off work. It rarely happens, but when it does happen well. Months of drilling. The drilling, yeah. Jackhammers, yeah, basically. I like the Machiavelli video. I like it too. I really like my video on Machiavelli. I think it's like a good video. The algorithm did not, but honestly, who can blame the algorithm, because it was an election style video in the right before the US election. And most people just didn't want to consume that kind of content, like, because the election was stressful enough as it was. So I get that. Like, I don't feel that bad about it. What does make me feel bad though is when YouTube, because YouTube doesn't give a shit about creators like at all. So what happens is when you make a video and it doesn't do super great, the analytics is going to be like, every time you log into YouTube, the analytics is like, hey, you didn't, that video looks like you get fewer views this month than you usually do. Huh? Maybe you should upload more. Maybe you should upload more videos. Huh? Maybe you should. And a lot of YouTubers are just like, sorry, I think your year was very productive. Thank you. 9 videos is pretty awesome. It's such a health skip of a year. That's a good point. I'm barely catching up to chat. I'm sorry. Cat. This is the baby that was nearly given away. Yes. I noticed you have trouble making that ch sound. Like I say children instead of children instead of children. It's a Swedish thing or just me, I think? I don't know. I think it's a Swedish thing, but it's probably a little bit of me too. Like, it's a little bit of me in there. Children. I have friends who mock me for this too. This is really thing, yeah. I've been listening to Well, There's Your Problem since you were on. Well, I thank you. What do you call it? Like, I had a great time on that podcast. It was really fun. Okay. Let's go do it like that then. The music is gonna stop. Yeah, I had a great time on that podcast. It was really fun. Talking about blimps and dirigibles is very funny. It was very much a shit posted podcast. The entire reason I was even on as a guest was because of like complete shit posting on Twitter, and it was just fun to have me on. I was a low-key a little worried that like all of their fans would just hate me and just like, who is this guest? But it was all good fun. I did notice though that my chair like does this a lot. A lot of noise, and that's unfortunate. Didn't notice that. I'm gonna upgrade to 8K so you can watch photorealistic Mia Mulder in a planetary. You can only watch the next Mia Mulder video at IMAX theaters. Hope you're doing well. Thank you. I am. I'm doing very well. I am. This week is a bit of a hell week because I didn't work for 2 weeks, and I only postponed the video 1 week. It means I have to cram 2 weeks of work into 1 week before the video is out. So it's a bit stressful to finish before the 8th when it's gonna come out. But it's gonna be good. I damn well hope people are gonna like it. I don't know. If I don't know, sometimes like I have no idea sometimes, but I hope that people are gonna like it. I feel like the good way to get the clicks from the algorithm is to lean into the parts where you talk about political extremism, or when you talk about like drama posting. This isn't drama posting, but it is talking a little bit about political extremism, and it's actually part 1 of a 3-part series, the full context of which you won't know until the final video is released, which is going to be in what, February. So that'll be fun. Are we gonna get weekly cat content? No, it's not. It's still not technically my cat. Okay, but I've caught up to chat. Let's talk about the things happening in 2021. So, 2020, hell year. Fuck last year. Awful year. The worst. Fuck that year. Fuck that year. So bad. But what is going to happen is we are going, for 2021, we are going to do a little bit of more things. First of all, I'm going to try to be a bit better with production schedule. I tried to change up my production schedules a little bit last year, but then I had to move. The drilling happened. Moving in took like a lot of moving here took like a lot out of me, more than I thought, so that took a long time to get into, and then it's taking me a long time to just get used to working in this space as well. So I was hoping that like last year would be proper season 1. No, season 2, or what, I don't fucking remember. Season 2. That didn't really work. But what I am going, so season 1 I like of my content, it's pretty good. Season 2, it's okay. In 2020, I didn't like 2020 that much, but 2021 is going to be season 3, which I hope is going to be like the good Return of the Jedi season in terms of both production quality and quantity. I was yelling at them to have you on. Thank you. In other terms, I do want to, for this year, I do want to experiment a little bit with the format too. Because I've been doing a lot of the like talking head format for a long time, where I sit in front of a background, maybe I do a costume change like once or twice, maybe, and I do like intermittent voiceovers. And it's something that it's something that's reliable, but it's also something that's like not that innovative. I want to, I don't know, I want to branch into something new. I want to do something that I like. I want to do more nuanced things. And I was hoping to do that this last year, but obviously the pandemic happened. I had like plans to sort of rent a studio space somewhere in Stockholm, like once or twice a month, for the cheap, so I could make a bit more high quality videos. But then the pandemic hit, and then it's like, oh, cool, 20% of Patreon up in the air because people are losing their jobs, and so first of all, I couldn't afford it, and second of all, like renting a studio space with other people is not something that's like super practical when there's a pandemic. So other things in new style is that I want to do is like I want to sort of experiment a little bit with sort of fictional narratives, whatever that means. Like I want to make short films. I'm not sure I'm not gonna be able to do that this year. It's a very like lofty goal, but I'm hoping to do something like that. I'm actually hoping that my video after this one that I'm making is going to have a little bit of a short film energy. So we'll see. What else? What else is new? Well, I'm doing the podcast. That's new. That's happening this year. So that's fun. What else? I don't know. I'm gonna think about it a little bit. I didn't quite reach the 50,000 subscriber mark that I was hoping to hit this year, but I entered the year with like slightly less than 20,000 subscribers, and I ended up with 35, so almost a doubling of subscribers in a year. It's pretty good. If I keep that up in a couple of years, I'll have a lot. Hang on, let's actually do the maths on that. Let's say roughly a doubling of supporters. So I have 35 now. So double. So in 2 years, I have 140,000. In 4 years, it's 500,000. In 5 years, that's 1 million. These mental exercises do nothing but make me envious of people who are doing YouTube and who have bigger fan bases than me. So I don't know why I do them, but for some reason it's okay. Also, like, it's not about the numbers. Even though YouTube keep telling me it's about the numbers. What are you saying, chat? I love straw puffles. Next me and Mulder video will be a one-time live performance in Stockholm. I wish the pandemic could be over. You can only watch my videos through Elon Musk's invention. Love the hair volume and headphones interacting. Yeah, I don't know what to do here. I really need to get something else than these big things, but alas. I may get some, what's it called? I might get some new fancy ones on Monday when I get paid. Because Patreon is so nice, because as a YouTuber I get paid at the beginning of the month and not the end of it, which means that for a week or two, you know, after rent and all of the bills are due and before I get paid, that's when I'm broke as shit. So I have no money right now, but on Monday then I get paid and then I'm good. Why do you think trans-related videos do better? I like them, but I'm also trans. I think just that it is something that is... I think that, one of all, I think it's something that I can put more emotion into, and people love that shit. A lot of audiences they can see this sort of emotion in the video, and they connect with that, and that keeps them engaged, and that boosts the algorithm and stuff like that. Second of all, I do think I have a very, very big trans audience compared to most people, even including other trans YouTube creators. I think. I'm not sure. The analytics doesn't provide that information to me, unfortunately. And I think third of all, it's just that like it's just less of trans content on the internet. And a lot of like trans videos is also like adjacent drama posting. Like my last video, for example, which was one of the best videos I've made in a long, long time. In terms of pure numbers. It is also like adjacent to drama posting, because I do talk a little bit about like drama that has happened, but it did happen a year ago, so I think I'm fine. Deliberate choice, by the way, so I don't actually do drama posting. So I think that's one reason why they do a bit better. I'm a bit worried about my next video topic, because it is one of those topics that I feel like it's more adjacent to Machiavelli than it is to trans stuff. And those typically don't do that well. So I'm mentally preparing myself for like the analytics to just end me this month. But hopefully I do well. The year didn't do anything. but the people who made it a problem, yeah. Are there any areas of history more broadly you'd like to dig into 2021? Not really. If anything, I feel like I kind of want to take a step away from history content, because it's not. I still want to do it, but whenever I make videos regarding history, they never do that well, and I do live in a society, and I need clicks to pay rent, so. If I was in a position where I was more financially secure, I would probably not give a shit. But right now I'm in a sort of like limbo where I'm doing okay, but that's it, you know? Like, you can see how much I earn on Patreon. So that's sort of the mindscape that I'm in right now, where I unfortunately have to like maybe edge a bit more towards pop history if I do history, which I don't want to do, but still. But even if I do that, it's still gonna be me. It's still gonna be like Mia Mulder videos. Like, I'm never gonna stop making my own type of content. I'm not gonna start doing those like animated stick figures talking about like the Napoleonic Wars or some shit. I'm never gonna do that. I'm never gonna do like the history of Fallout 4 or some shit. Like, I'm always going to do videos that interest me and that make me happy to make, which is why I'm making the video that I'm making currently, which is going to come out in a week. Even though it is a bit of a risk. Will season 4 feature Jar Jar Binks? Yes. Philosophy saying big makeover, yeah. There's gonna be a big makeover in Philosophy too, but I know what it is, and I am confident that you're all gonna like it. I know what the big change is. Weren't actors seen nearly the same as sex workers in ancient Rome? Yes, they were, basically. Always blown away by how much productive, yeah. How do I balance work with video making creativity after working? I'm drained, so everything I do is work. I do this full time. It is a massive. It is harder than you'd think, because it's really hard, if I'm completely honest, to do YouTube full time, because it's a big risk. First of all, I started when I basically lived in a shoebox and didn't have any money at all, so that was a very stupid of me, and I shouldn't have done it, but I did, and I got really lucky. But other than that, I do like how for me, like, I could never do a normal job and be satisfied in that, because when I did, I would always feel drained, and I would always be drained. If you go back to my early YouTube history, you can see that I made a couple of videos, and then there's like a 7th-month gap, and then I started making videos again. That 7th-month gap is because I worked in local government, and I was also doing a master's program. I started doing my YouTube channel as well, and I was the leader of my activism group. So doing all of those things at once completely burnt me out, to the point where I was in bed literally all day for 7 months. Like, I would go up to eat and pee, and that was it. It's a miracle that I didn't become homeless in that time, and I almost did. So I mean, I took a huge gamble going into this. Like, you couldn't ask me how to do a balance on it, because I can't do a balance on it, because it's awful. You know what we should do is potentially, like, maybe as a certain other YouTuber in the chat said, maybe we should work less during the day. My Patreon payment didn't go through this month. I'm so sorry. Don't worry about it. Like, don't worry. If anyone here can't pay, if anyone here can't pay me on Patreon, don't worry about it. It's all fine. I'm all good. I would never want anyone to sacrifice their own well-being for Patreon. Stay safe out there. That's what I want most of all. I've been posting a lot about that recently, but it's still true. There is no apology necessary at all. Overextension, yeah. Work some history into, if history videos not too well, can't I work some history into videos about other topics? Yeah, that's what I want to do, and I think that's sort of the method that works best. And the videos where I do that are usually the ones that are more successful. Like my best work ever, Transactions and Suffering, did just that, and I'm hoping to do that now too. Hey. And the music cuts out for some reason that I never know why. A certain other YouTuber is in the chat. Some of us don't have the luxury of being able to not work a regular job, regardless of how much it drains us. Yeah, like, the fact that I've been able to do YouTube as a job is like the most lucky thing that I've ever been able to do, because like I'm still like I've been doing this full time now for I think like 2 years YouTube, and like I'm still struggling with like recovering from that burnout 2 years ago. Like it was completely wrecking to me and my health. And like it's like I don't really know what to say about this topic, because like I'm very lucky, and I hope most people I hope more people could have the luxury that I have. But at the same time, you know, I don't know. What kind of job was it at local government, if you don't mind me asking? I was an LGBT educator. My job was to go around to various parts of local government. So there would be like municipal foster homes, the libraries, just as like the town hall, and just hold like lectures and education seminars on the fact that gay people exist. And that it's illegal to be discriminating against gay people. That's literally what I did. It was the most basic thing ever. It was a 4-part seminar, and the first seminar we would talk about like what the letters in LGBT means, what trans means, what is like what does like who like how. What does it mean to be trans? Here are the basic laws about like discriminating against LGBT people and why you can't do it. You can't use these slurs, etc. That was my job, and it completely burned me out. And it burned me out so much because for some reason despite it being a part-time job, I was always expected to be on call. Like if from like 9 to 5 every weekday, even if I wasn't working, I was sort of expected to be like ready to sort of spring into action or jump into a meeting or do anything else like that, right? And it completely that's the part that like really like broke me, I think. Genuinely making videos even if I have no audience. That's the way to do it. If you find enjoyment in the making, that's where it's at. Struggling with that still myself. Excited about it for your Patreon supporter. Thank you very much. Who's another content creator who you think deserves more support? There's a lot of them. I mean, I think personally, like Step Back History, but that's because Tristan's my very good friend, who is criminally underfunded on Patreon. For like the quality content that he does. So I would say that, but he is also my friend. That's very nepotistic of me to say. I don't know. Needed to hear transition and envy when you put it out. Thank you. I'm very happy with that video, actually. It's something that I've been struggling with a lot myself. And I figured that if I'm struggling with it, I'm sure someone else has too, because I'm very ordinary. Think you need opinions, confidence to be a YouTuber? Nope. Would you say you have tons of confidence? Did it develop that you had more success, or was it always there? I don't have confidence at all. Whenever I make a video, I am always convinced that it's trash. Every time. And people who see more of my streams, they know this, because every time I'm like a day or so away from releasing a video, I'm just like, oh, I hope you like it. It's like, it's not good. I'm sorry. Like I have no confidence at all in myself or my work. It's actually like a real big problem. But it is something that I feel like you don't need confidence necessarily. What you do need is you need a sort of part of your brain. If you play Disco Elysium, you need a part of your brain, like one of your senses or emotions, to sort of overpower your own insecurities. So I have that. Like when I make a video and I don't like it, I'm worried about it and everything feels bad. I have to have the logic center of my brain be like, people like my content for God knows what reason. This is my content, so ergo people who like my content are going to like this. Ipso ergo, good video. And sometimes that works, sometimes that does not. Like so it's not really about confidence, it's more just about the sort of ability to disconnect yourself from your own expectations. Like, I don't know what's going to happen when I release when I release a new video, and sometimes I think it's going to be very good, sometimes I think it's going to like do very bad. I thought that the video on Michelangelo would do very good. It did not. Machiavelli. I thought it would do very well. It did very bad. It's one of the worst performing videos I've ever made. I thought that my most recent one wouldn't be as popular, and it became my most popular video in over a year. So who the fuck knows, really? Would you say many of my videos are targeted toward a trans woman, trans audience or niche? Kind of, but not really. I feel like the videos that I make have elements as part of them that make sense to anyone who views them. That's how I try to make my videos anyway. Sometimes it's definitely a bit more like transitioning in Envy is way more into that than anything else. Transactions and Suffering, I think, is also that, but it also has like history about like transness, and it talks about like why the trans community looks the way it does, which is probably going to be more interesting to you if you're a trans person, but it's still applicable to anyone. I don't know. I do frequently get messages from people who are cis, who tell me that they're cis, and telling me that my videos has either like been applicable to them as cis people, or has like opened their eyes regarding some kind of trans issue, which is also a good thing. So I sometimes have, what's it called? I sometimes have, it's happened like once or twice that I get like a former TERF contacting me to be like, hey, this video like showed me that the way I viewed like trans womanhood was completely like flipped, and seeing me talk about it kind of made the penny drop regarding some issues. So as someone who does have the potential to work 24/7, I can say it sucks. Yeah. God, we really need to like transition to like a 4-hour work day. At least. Like people were advocating a 6-hour work day in like the 1800s. Now we have freaking robots and shit, and we still have to work 8 hours? Like what? What is a honey? You wanna hang out? Yeah. Oh. I love her. She is perfect. You are perfect. Just splat fell in my lap. Okay. Greeting from South Africa. Hello, greetings. Discovered my video through the algorithm recently and haven't been able to stop watching things. I'm glad. I'm very happy to hear that there are people who binge my content, because I'm very worried that my content is not binge friendly. So I'm very happy to hear that it happens. It always pulls the rug under my feet and subvert my expectations in a pleasant way that I like. Well, thank you. I like to think. Oh, you're gonna like the intro for my next video then. It's gonna be great. I could get so much work done if I didn't have a job. Fur baby. Is she a scratchy bitey kitty, or is she well behaved? She's usually well behaved. Sometimes she's bored, and then she's very scratchy bitey. But today you've been very good, haven't you? Yes, you've been. You've been so good. You've been so good. Yeah, you have. We did some playing earlier. We did some playing earlier today. Yes, we did, didn't we? With your toy, yeah. And then she's just been sleeping and cuddling all day. I binged channel twice, thank you. I don't even remember. Sometimes I watch my older videos as a part of like a react thing for patrons, for all patrons by the way, if you're interested. And so, oftentimes when I watch my older videos, I don't even fucking remember what I made. Now that you're provided for another being whom you love, do you feel a desire to sell out and lavish her with treats and catnip? Yes. If someone wants to, if a catnip company wants to sponsor me, so I can like give her plenty of it, I would. But I'm not sure, because I'm not sure when she's allowed to have drugs. What is a good age? Or when are cats supposed to have drugs? Or allowed to have drugs? She's very small. She's a baby. You're a baby. Yeah, you're a baby. Yeah, you're a baby. Yeah, you are. Baby. Okay. What's the kid's name? The kid's name is Tira. Okay, I've been talking about. Okay, I need. She's on my lap, but I have to disconnect. I have to disconnect. I have to do the stream. Yeah, so that's a little bit of a rant on work, basically, I guess. What else can we look forward to this year? Well, I'm hoping to do more collabs. I didn't do a lot of collabs this year. Well, I haven't really done any collabs this year. I've done voice clips. I've had people do voice clips in my videos occasionally. Ow. Honey. Is that any way? Exactly. Good girl. I wanna contact people to be in my videos a bit more. I wanna like make a video with another person. I think that could be fun. God, my hair is a mess. I kind of just want to collab with another person about something. I have a person in mind regarding one specific video topic that I've talked with them about before, but we'll see if that actually pans out. Because I'm usually, yeah. I also want to make videos about subjects that maybe are less, I don't know, culture war related, because I feel like we as a YouTuber, as the YouTuber class, we make a lot of videos about like the far right, the alt-right, Donald Trump, the Republicans, stuff like that. I'd like to make a video like about like unions or something, like still political, but something that's like just a tiny bit like different, like maybe a bit meatier. Climate change, intercontinental trade. I could make a video about intercontinental trade, and it would be so choice, because I could use maps from Europa Universalis 4 and Victoria 2. Could talk about the Suez Canals. Could talk about the stuff like that. Like that is what I would want to do. Like I want to do a bit more like real world stuff, and rather than stuff that's a bit current and hype. The problem with that is, again, it is a risk, right? Because people want stuff that's current. And I've criticized a lot of YouTubers before from this, and also myself, that we are sort of like low tier pundits, which is not great. What I would like to do then is like, I would sort of want to create content that, again, is a bit more real worldy, but that's not as popular. And, you know, my channel has been growing, but it hasn't been growing as quick as my landlord would want. So I'm not fully secure there yet. I feel like if I earned I don't know. I don't want to talk about like I don't want to talk about money. But like I feel like maybe if my channel grows like a bit more, maybe if I reach like 50,000, 75,000 subscribers, something like there, and like other areas of my life grow with it, maybe I'll be a bit more secure and like doing more stuff in like pure chaos. But until then, like you know how it is. Yeah, it is. Okay. Does she meow and purr? Yes. Love to contribute my voice in future videos. I'd love to have you. We should call up, yes. Love your glasses, where they're from. They're Gucci. That's not a joke. They are Gucci frames. I got these somehow. I don't know how this happened. This is a good story. Good question. I got these glasses in January of last year, I think. No, maybe 2 years ago. Maybe. I don't remember. I think it was last year, but I'm not sure. Because I was making videos without glasses, but I couldn't see in the viewfinder whether or not I was in focus or not. Which is a bad thing. You want to be in focus on your camera. So I asked on Twitter, like, hey, I need glasses. Can someone, if you want to donate to like my glasses fund, because this was before I earned like basically any money on YouTube, you can. And someone donated like enough for a standard pair of glasses, which was great. So I went to an obstetrician, right? They scanned my eyes, they did the thing. And when I was there, they had a sale on the entire store, like all frames were half off. And then they had a shelf within the store, which was also half, well, it was, I think it was like 60% off or something like that. I don't fully remember, or maybe 25% off. But the thing is, these discounts stacked. So these Gucci frames, which normally are pretty damn expensive, were first half off. And then there was like a 60% reduction on that new reduced price, which never happens. When do discounts stack? When does that happen? It never happens. So I figured I'm gonna get it. Obviously I'm gonna get it. It's Gucci, and also I like the frames because they're green and I like them. They were the only pairs that I liked. So it also works out. But also I actually have Gucci frames, and they were so much cheaper. They were cheaper than like a normal pair of reading glasses. They cost me almost nothing. I think they cost me like $50 or something like that, or like 50 or 60 bucks for a pair of Gucci frames. I'm very happy about that. So yes, it's Gucci, and I got very, very lucky with it. But I also like them because they're green. I think they fit my face very well. Unions would be very interesting. Yes, I think so too. The history of unions, I think, would be very fun to do. Starting to write a thesis that involves a lot of medical history. Ooh, any tips on researching and finding sources? Not really. Sorry. Medical history is way too like big of a field to find specific sources. The way I do is I either go back to some of my old history books from uni, or I go to Wikipedia and just look at their sources, because then you usually find other sources connected to that, and then it's all fine. Meteor? I don't know what meteor is. We can go back to brunch because we don't need political videos anymore. It's true, we fixed politics. A bit about unions would be great. I'm woefully underinformed about them. I think it could be very interesting for actually like to talk about unions, because I come from a country that is like very union heavy, and I feel like talking about unions to a primarily American audience, which I have, would be very interesting, because America has a very like weird relationship with unions. Anything to add those paradox games to the video? I think you should do stuff you want to do rather than stuff you imagine the algorithm wants. I agree. And that's what I've been, so far that's what I've been doing, but you know how it is. Meme to brunch video confirmed. I wish. Just become a Minecraft Twitch streamer and you'll get filthy rich. Should I stream Minecraft on Twitch? Should I? I don't know how to play Minecraft. I haven't played Minecraft since high school, and I could play with Tech8, and that's the last time I played Minecraft. And so that was like what? How old is Minecraft? It came out in 2009? Jesus Christ. Yeah, so that was like 10 years ago. Jesus Christ almighty. Bits about YouTube, big world problems are better than slamming YouTube shitlords. I agree. I much prefer those kind of videos. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. I don't know. Good for green screen use. You'd think, but I've actually learned how to mask like my face fairly well on the green screen. I was gonna use my green screen for my more recent video, but it didn't work out at all like I had planned. And I didn't have time to fix it before the video had to come out, so what it became was what it became. So, but maybe for my future videos. Do you think you'll ever do an outro like the Jordan Peterson video again? Like instead of a voiceover, you'll do it in a vloggy style? What a video recently, I thought the outro was wholesome. I don't remember the outro from a Jordan Peterson video. Let me check. Music just stops. Yeah, Mulder. Jordan Peterson. Peterson knows what he's doing. And literally nowhere else. Can't Garrett Gutierrez to do this as a job. And literally nowhere else. We don't see that part of Peterson. He is coherent. He's logical. He is pretty good. I'm growing out my hair again, so I'm gonna get this. What do we value more? Do we prefer academic language? Or do we open up a bit? Like a bit of this voiceover style content. Yeah, I could do that. I think I preferred not to do that, but I think I could. If I streamed Fortnite, I can bring home the bacon. I definitely could. Stream Terraria? No. Factorio? Maybe. Weird crowd, but the game itself is fun. Okay. Wish Mia would stream Control again. I will finish Control. I've just been busy. I got into a city builder phase for a bit. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Maybe I'll do it on Tuesday. We'll see. We'll see. What day's today? Sunday. Okay. However, it is 9:04 on my time, and that means I've been streaming for a bit of an hour. I'm gonna head out. I have a lot of work to do, unfortunately, before I release my next video. I have to... Noticed. Sorry. I'm gonna have to... Yeah, I have a lot of work to do, and I have to finish that up before the 7th, because that's when the video is gonna come out for high-level patrons. And the video is going to become public on the 8th. But I have a lot of work to do then. I have a lot of editing. I have some reshoots to do, which is not great to do this late. So I hope that you've enjoyed this stream. I hope that you've had a good new year. I hope that your holidays have been nice. I hope that this stream has been fun for you. That it's a nice little recap of the year that has been and the year that's coming up. As always, these streams are supposed to be a bit more casual, a bit more unprofessional, a bit more chaotic, and that's how it's supposed to be. And as long as it does that, it does its job. But I'm gonna hang out. I'm gonna hang out, and I'm gonna head out. Work for like 3 hours until midnight, and then I'm gonna collapse in bed and get up early in the morning so I can finish most of my next work tomorrow during the day. Because if I work at night, the small bastard screams at me through the door, and I can't do that. So if you hear a cat in my next video in the background just like scratching, like, or oh, she didn't like that, or like meowing through the door, that's why. Because I'm like up at 3 a.m. recording and the cat wants to hang out. But yes, I will see all of you very soon. I'm gonna post the next streaming schedule on my Patreon soon. The streaming schedule is public, so you can follow. You can follow for free. You don't have to. You don't have to be a patron to get that. Most of my streams are for patrons though, but it's gonna be how it is. If you like the content that I do and you'd like to see more of it, you can consider subscribing, because it does help the channel. You get access to some extra streams, and it's all good fun. And I will see all of you in a few days. Yeah, bye.